What are three really important questions to ask an architect when you're considering hiring an architectural firm for your project? Number one, and one of the more important ones, is ask who is really going to do the job. Who's really going to be involved in the design process and the execution of the project? Are you going to be able to keep a relationship with the firm principal if that's the person that you're interviewing to begin with? And you may be very impressed with the firm principal, but is that person really going to be doing your particular design? Or is it going to be handed off to a staff member who can or may change during the life of your project? So that's one very important one. Number two, what is the level of experience in construction and what's the level of involvement in the construction process of the architectural firm? Many firms only work in architectural design and don't get involved in the actual construction part. However, you need to think that a normal project is typically a 3 to a 3.5 year process. And as architects, we're constantly learning, we're constantly feeding ourselves of new knowledge, and we're trying things out, and sometimes those things may go really well, and sometimes they don't. But a project process within that 3.5 year process between design, construction drawings, and then the actual construction, until you complete the whole cycle, you can't really learn from your experience on that project. So that's where the involvement in construction and being active in construction makes a whole difference. And the final one, and also a really important one, is what is the expertise in BIM and their experience in implementing BIM. As we've maybe mentioned before, BIM, or Building Information Modeling, is the main tool for today's architectural practices. However, the level of implementation is really, really low. I mean, I'm particularly a speaker in international conferences for building information modeling, so I've visited many countries giving expositions at international conferences. And it's interesting to see that both here and in Europe, South America, the level of implementation is still low, and still architectural firms are very, very hesitant to make the jump. So they start implementing BIM, but doing a little timidly, and they sometimes don't decide to go full bore into the implementation of the technology. So even though an architectural firm may say that they're using BIM software, the key is not if they're using the software. The key is, are you an expert in BIM or not?